What if the key to transforming a few $1,000s into more than 140 billion wasn't some Wall Street secret, but 3 rules so straightforward you could jot them down on a sticky note? That's how Warren Buffett still invests in 2025. At age 94, he's sitting on Berkshire Hathaway valued at over $850 billion and a personal wealth bigger than the GDP of entire nations. And here's the crazy part. Buffett says you don't need a PhD, you don't have to trade every day, and you certainly don't need a supercomputer. According to him, you just need 3 things: stay within your circle of competence, stick with businesses that have widening moats, and do the easiest math you've ever done. The crazy part, most investors still ignore this. So let's break it down. And by the end, you'll know exactly how to filter companies the way Buffett does today. Buffett's rule number 1 is the circle of competence. That's simply the group of businesses that you truly understand. There are over 4,000 publicly traded companies in the US. You don't have to understand all of them. Buffett got rich by concentrating on a small handful he could explain in simple English. Here's the test. Are you able to explain how the company generates revenue in less than 30 seconds? Are you able to identify its greatest risk in a single sentence? Do you really know the industry well enough to describe it to a 12-year-old? If not, it's beyond your circle. For years, Buffett avoided tech. But when Apple began to resemble more of a consumer brand than a gadget firm, repeat purchases, brand loyalty, pricing power, he pounced. Berkshire's Apple stake alone is now worth over $135 billion. Knowing your circle is not about being knowledgeable about everything. It's about knowing what to stay away from. This makes a whole lot of sense to me personally. The second rule is wide moats. After a company is within your circle, Buffett searches for the defenses that protect profits from competition. Moats appear in several forms. Brand. Coca-Cola sells nearly 2 billion servings daily since individuals desire the logo as much as the beverage. Switching costs. Microsoft and Apple products are sticky since switching is inconvenient. Scale. Burlington Northern's railroads transport more than 10 million carloads annually. Good luck duplicating that. The question is simple: what makes this business hard to kill? Buffett doesn't care about hot stories or trending industries. He cares about the barriers that keep competitors stuck on the outside of the castle walls. Moats widen over time if the company reinvests wisely. And those are the businesses you can actually hold for decades. The third rule is basic math. This is where the majority of individuals complicate matters, yet Buffett does not. He has a single inquiry. What is this business going to generate in terms of cash in the next 10, 20, even 30 years, and what is it worth today? No complicated spreadsheets needed. 3 numbers is all you need. Today's free cash flow, a reasonable growth assumption, perhaps 3 to 6% if the business is sound, and your desired return, perhaps 8 to 10%. From that, you arrive at a valuation range. If the stock trades well below it, you might have a bargain. If not, you wait. Berkshire itself is currently sitting on over 180 billion in cash and treasury bills. Why? Because prices don't make sense. Even at age 94, Buffett's message is clear. Patience plus basic math trumps forced action. Circle. Moat. Math. That's it. If you can't explain the business, pass. If there is no moat, pass. If the math doesn't provide a margin of safety, pass. When all 3 click, you move. That's how fortunes are built slowly, then suddenly. I applied the very same filter myself to steer clear of hype stocks in 2021. And it spared me the loss of a significant amount of money when those names imploded. So here's your 1-sentence Buffett checklist. Understand it, protect it, value it simply. Screenshot that, and use it every time you look at a stock. If this was helpful, hit like so that more people can see it, and subscribe for the next video where I'll explain how to identify fake moats in less than 7 minutes. Leave a comment with one company you believe has a moat, and I might review it in a future video. Remember, this isn't financial advice. It's a blueprint from the most successful investor alive. Thanks for watching.